Too scared to look at me now? The cadet's voice rang out, cocky and cruel, as he held the fake pistol to her head. Around him, a dozen young men in uniform burst into laughter, egging him on, their voices bouncing off the walls of the training yard. But she didn't blink, didn't move. Her jaw was set, her eyes forward. Not a flicker of fear on her face, just complete suffocating silence. And that made them laugh even harder. "Come on, she's frozen," one of them shouted. "I thought SEALs were supposed to be tough," another added. The one with the training gun leaned in close. "Look at her. All that training and she can't even handle a joke." But what none of them knew, what they were seconds away from learning, is that she wasn't frozen. She was calculating. Her name was Commander Elise Rowe, the first female Navy SEAL to lead Black Ops in 2 separate war zones. Her file was classified so deep that half the instructors didn't even know who she really was. She had been sent to this academy on temporary assignment just to observe, to blend in. No rank on her shoulder, no titles on her chest, just a quiet presence meant to test leadership potential and expose weakness where it hides best, in arrogance. She had remained silent the entire morning, watching the cadets as they stumbled through basic tactics drills. Their form was loose, their focus sloppy, but their attitude that was razor-sharp, smug, entitled, dangerous. And now one of them had the audacity to put a gun, training or not, to the temple of a combat-decorated SEAL just to see if she'd flinch. So she moved in a blur of speed so fast it knocked the air out of the crowd. Elise stepped back, twisted her body, and drove her elbow into the cadet's wrist. The gun dropped before it even hit the ground. She'd swept his legs out, spun him face down, and had a knee pressed into the center of his back. His arm twisted behind him in a position so painful it made him yelp like a kicked dog. "Still think this is a game?" she said, her voice sharp as steel. The yard went dead silent. The other cadets stared, frozen. One dropped his water bottle. Another took a step back without realizing it. They were trained to respect rank, to memorize procedures, but this was real. This was war born into movement. Every inch of her posture screamed lived experience. She stood slowly, letting the cadet scramble to his feet, humiliated and speechless. Then Elise turned and faced the group. "That was a rubber gun. If it were real, you'd be scraping your buddy's brains off your boots. You laugh at discipline, you mock your duty, but you forget something. Our enemies don't play games." No one dared speak. She took one step forward. "You think this uniform is a costume? You think service is a punchline, but I buried 6 brothers who wore it better than any of you ever will. And they didn't die so children could play soldier and mock the people who actually lived it." Now the cadets were shifting uncomfortably. The laughter had long since died. The silence wasn't awkward, it was reverent. One of the younger cadets finally whispered, "Commander, we didn't know who you were." She nodded. "You weren't supposed to, but I did expect you to respect the uniform, no matter who was in it." Another cadet, the tallest, finally stepped forward. "Mom, I'm sorry. We were wrong, all of us." She held his gaze for a long moment, then softened. "You want to make it right? Start by learning something that can't be taught in any manual. Respect is earned through humility, not noise. You're not here to impress anyone. You're here to earn the right to stand beside people you trust with your life." The rest of the cadets nodded slowly. No one laughed. Now, no one dared because in 5 seconds they had gone from mocking a stranger to realizing they had disrespected a legend. That day changed the trajectory of the entire training class. From that moment on, drills were sharper. Discipline returned. They started calling her mom with sincerity. They no longer asked who she was. They focused on who they needed to become. And Elise, she never raised her voice again. She didn't need to because they'd already heard the loudest lesson of all. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know. The next one might just change your life.